This week's parsha, the majority of the discussion deals with the topic of tzaras. A very interesting discussion. Somebody in biblical times would go ahead and have this as a physical ailment known as tzaras, a skin disorder. It would be disfigured or discolored, and the person would go to the Kohen, the individual would go to the Kohen, get a diagnosis that this was considered tzaras, and he would have to go ahead and step outside the community for a period of 7 days and engage in a purification process. Now, what's very interesting is that the rabbis talk about that although the actual tzaras was a physical symptom, but it had a spiritual underpinning, and specifically somebody that spoke ill of other individuals in a chronic fashion, that individual was more likely and susceptible to go ahead and contract tzaras. So the person goes ahead and has to engage in this purification process. Although we don't have tzaras anymore in our lifetime, but the underpinnings that cause it are more relevant than ever, and we have to go ahead and address that, not only talking about ill of somebody else, but why does somebody go ahead and want to go ahead and talk ill of another person? It must be because we are unhappy at that point with ourselves, and that's why we want to go ahead and speak ill of somebody else. And we are stressed out in our own lives, and therefore we want to go ahead and speak ill of others. So we must go ahead and address the core issue of how to reduce our stress in our life and feel more happy and therefore less likely to talk ill about others. Rabbi Yisrael Reisman offers a beautiful insight from this week's portion on how to go ahead and achieve that. And he offers 3 pointers, and I'll share one of them now. And that is, it says in the Torah, when the person goes to the Kohen, it says, V'huva el Aharon HaKohen. The person is brought to Aaron the Kohen, even against his will. He says, I don't need to go to the Kohen, like someone saying, I don't need to go to the doctor, but he's brought anyways against his will. Many times we get stressed out in life, says Rabbi Reisman, because we feel like we're in control of the situation. When things don't go the way we plan it to, or we thought it may go, we get very tangled up, stressed out, and we tend to lash out at others. If we try to internalize the idea that we're not in control, we'll do our best. We'll go ahead and put all of our effort into the situation. But you know what? If there's traffic on the highway, we just may miss that plane, and we're not in control. If we go ahead and internalize that, it's not easy. It's a difficult thing to internalize. We may be at more peace with ourselves and with others, and less stressed out and less likely to lash out on others. Folks, we do not have tzaras in our lifetime, but we, as I mentioned, have the underpinnings throughout our day. Let us remember the lesson of tzaras, and always remember that we must reduce our stress level by realizing that we're not always in control. Have a wonderful Shabbos.